Point Deduction.
Welcome to Point Deduction. I'm John Upton.
Guapo.
And today we're here with Orange County's own Christian Chimpa Gonzalez. Boasting a sparkling 14-0 record with 12 knockouts, Chimpa is quickly moving up the lightweight ranks. His older brother Alejandro, also known as La Cobrita, is a former bantamweight and lightweight champion, so it'd be safe to say that boxing is in his blood. Welcome to the show, Chimpa.
Thank you.
How you doing? When did you first take up the sport of boxing?
When I was 12, almost 13 years old. I was a soccer player at the time, and one time as I walked into the gym, someone's like, "I want to spar with that kid," and it was me. And I was dressed up as a soccer player at the time because on Tuesdays and Thursdays I would go to the gym with my older brother, and I would watch him. Train. And then after, I would go to soccer practice. And one day I was on my PSP, and someone walks in. He's like, "I want to spar with that kid," and whatever, right? My dad says that I turned pale when he told me.
Really?
I put on the gloves and I did 2 rounds and I was like, hey, you know what? This is pretty cool. Probably like a month or two later.
No training you did, or
no
just
training?
You never even sparred with your brother or anything?
My dad says that like I wanted to jump and it looked like I was I was shaking like out of control. But like I said, it was actually pretty cool.
How did it go? How did the sparring go?
I made both kids bleed. So
All right, I guess that's a successful session
yes.
then.
And then ever since, I haven't left boxing. I left soccer and then I dedicated myself 100% to boxing.
Have you had a lot of support from your family for the decision to take up boxing over soccer?
Yes, always. It's my dad's been around boxing for a long time, and yes, always. In my family, my dad trains me. My older brother as well. He's the one that wraps my hands, my cutman. So he's yes, everybody. I got a big family support that support me 110%.
That's awesome. Was there any particular boxer when you were growing up that inspired you?
I always liked Mayweather and Pacquiao. Growing up, those are the fighters I would watch. As I got a little older, I started knowing a little more about different fighters. Miguel Cotto was another one that I really liked watching. I like his style to this day. I still watch a lot of film about him. I really like the way he fights.
And with your style, I can't imagine you being a Mayweather fan in the least.
Well, I just admire all the things he does, what he did in sport of boxing. Because me as a fighter, like the things he does it's hard, and so I really do admire the defense he has.
You're 14 fights into your professional career. The last fight against the Filipino fighter John Germino, I think his name is, went the full 8 rounds. Is that the first time you've gone 8?
Yeah, first time. First time was a tough competitor.
Yeah, it sounds like it. How'd you feel going 8 rounds, stretching out like that?
Good. It was my first time. I always I'm always looking for the knockout. But if the knockout does not come, we're ready to fight 8 rounds in the gym. If we're fighting 8 rounds, we gotta do 10 solid rounds without me getting tired. So we're very we're prepared. So if the fight goes to distance, we'll be ready to go to distance.
Did you accomplish what you wanted to accomplish in that fight?
Yes. At the end of the day, it's get the win. We got it clearly. We wanted the knockout. It was at the StubHub Center. New place. We were looking for a knockout, but unfortunately it didn't come, and we won the fight clearly. So. Yes, yeah. We're happy.
That kid was a tough fighter, too.
Yeah, he was. He's very tough.
I understand you're in negotiations for your next fight, but you can't tell us a lot of details right now.
Yeah.
Have you started training yet?
Yes, I started officially on Monday. After every fight, I get like 1 or 2 weeks off. And I was at the gym. I was just shadowboxing, trying to stay in somewhat shape. And so officially, camp started on Monday, ready to go for the next one.
That's awesome. Your goal in the sport, world champ?
World champion, absolutely.
What weight class do you think?
WBC. I'm still growing. I'm 20 years old. I still got a little more to grow. So I think 35, 40, around there.
Sounds good. Do you have any hobbies or interests outside of the boxing ring? What do you like to do?
Just relax. I like to stay at home, hang out with my little brother, my girlfriend, family. But for the most part, just relax. Stay home, rest. And, just be ready to go to work the next day.
Is the photographer Chimpa stuff serious? You were just kidding with that.
Oh, I was joking.
I don't know if you're serious or not.
Where'd the Chimpa name come from?
My mom. Certain kids, mostly our kids, when they hear music at a certain age, they dance. And when I was 1, I would hear music and I'll put my hands up in the air and I would do circles like a chimpanzee. And it stayed, Chimpa, Chimpa, Chimpa. And to this day, you know, when I hear Christian, it's like, what, are they talking to me? I got so used to Chimpa.
Okay, I think that should pretty much do it for this segment. Anything else?
I just want to say one thing too. The funniest thing in the world is that when I first met his family, I've known him a while now. I used to cringe when I saw his older brother, because being from the East Coast, Kevin Kelly was like a god walking around. Like, his older brother beat the hell out of Kevin Kelly. And if I just going off of memory, but your brother was easily winning that fight, and then I think Kevin Kelly dropped him.
Yeah,
I
believe he dropped Kevin Kelly in the 6th round.
Yep.
And then Kevin Kelly came back and dropped him in the 8th. You know, it was pretty intense.
I thought Kevin Kelly was going to get him,
Yes.
but then his brother came back and won his world title, and it was all good for his family. But at the time, it's funny. The first time I saw his brothers, like, it brought back bad memories of seeing what he did to Kevin Kelly. But now I guess I'm happy it happened like that.
Yes.
All right, Chimpa, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Once again, I'm John Upton.
Guapo.
And that's another episode of Point Deduction. Okay, Chimpa, go ahead and sing us out.